That old devil moon.
Good day, fine folk of the Federation. I'm Unsilent, and here's a message from Starfleet.
The Enterprise will proceed to the Alpha Proxima system. While the indigenous race on Proxima 3 has not reached a technological level commensurate with entering the Federation, and therefore under the protection of the Prime Directive of non-interference, we do maintain a discrete monitoring satellite. It has picked up activity from an asteroid in an elliptical orbit. You are to investigate without interfering with life on the planet.
According to the library computer, the Alpha Proxima system has 5 planets and an asteroid belt. A large asteroid is heading towards the inner planets and should pass close by Proxima 3. It passes through the interior of the system once every 200 years. The people of Proxima 3 call it Scythe, the same name as their god of war.
God of War, Mr. Spock? Isn't that a bit surprising from a people whose technology matches 20th century Earth?
Considering the level of warfare during that century, I'm surprised that it is Earth that did not have a god of war. In any case, about a millennium ago, Proxima 3 suffered a globally devastating war.
Blew themselves back to the Stone Age, Mr. Spock?
Late Bronze Age, Ensign. They rebuilt their world in half the time it had taken to get there originally. But the Armageddon was mythologized as a battle between the Sofs and Lucrs. In that war, the planet was raised, and all the gods died except Scythe. He had rained fury down upon the world, then went off on a long dance of victory. His return is a time for worldwide soul-searching and atonement.
And Scythe returns and our monitoring station picks up activity.
It would seem that we should proceed to Alpha Proxima and scan Scythe.
Well, that was a rather long intro. Hi, folks. Once again, I'm Unsilent, and this is more Star Trek 25th Anniversary. And this episode is called That Old Devil Moon. And we have to go to Alpha Proxima. Now we have to... I'm not entirely sure what the hell we're going to have to do besides scan that asteroid they call Scythe. So, I guess we have to... Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. That should be interesting. It'll be an episode, that's for damn sure. Alright, so, Alpha Proxima is number 12, which is in the lower right here. Actually, I think it is. I was gonna say, I don't know why they have selectable stuff down here, because there's nothing on the map in the instructions that says there's stuff down here or out here. I assume that's like to trip people up. That's the one I'm going for. I'd like to know where on this map Earth is. Because it doesn't tell you on the instructions, or there's no Earth, there's no Alpha Centauri. Because Alpha Centauri, I think, is the closest star with a livable planet to Earth. I think. Or like our solar system. I think. I don't know, my science education wasn't stellar, so especially not is it astronomy or astrology, the one that one's real and one's pseudoscience? I think astrology is the pseudoscience, because astrology is the one that has to do with the zodiac signs and all that, right? Anyway, let's Mr. Sulu, Alpha Proxima, engage. Usually someone says if we're here, right? Spock?
We are out of sensor range, Captain. I suggest we orbit the asteroid.
Okay, I guess that means we found the right spot. So, Mr. Sulu, standard orbit.
Entering standard orbit.
Looks like we're standard orbiting the whole damn planet. Alright, well, okay, okay, now what, Spock?
A sensor scan of Scythe reveals surface features consistent with damage left by a nuclear attack. It would seem to have been a target during Proxima's war.
Scythe rained fury down on the planet and then left on a dance of victory. A missile base, Captain?
It would seem to make sense.
Captain, I just monitored a narrow beam message from Scythe to Proxima 3. I don't have it all. I just caught a bit of the initial burst. I'm attempting a translation, but it appears to be a computer code.
Any response from the planet?
The Proxtrites will not have the equipment necessary to understand and reply to that code for another 25.6 years at their present rate of development.
So if it was a missile base, actually, that's good thinking, Sulu. I wouldn't have thought of it as a missile base. But how did Sulu all of a sudden know about? It sounds like some Proxtrate or Proxtrians or Proxtrite. That's what Spock said. How you would know Proxtrite mythology and religion like that, I don't know. But hey, you know what? Everyone has their hobbies. So, what can computer tell me about Scythe? Oh, son of a...
Scythe. A large asteroid in an elliptical orbit in the Alpha Proxima system. Spectral analysis of its composition indicates that it has minimal atmosphere and that it was once a moon of the planet Proxtrum, hurled out of its orbit by a catastrophe. The 17th letter of the Lucr alphabet is named Scythe, probably not by coincidence.
Oh, isn't that interesting? I was kind of expecting, it's like, if the computer knows that if it was a missile base, it knows it was thrown out of orbit by a catastrophe, could it be... That's one of those sciencey questions I probably will never know the answer to. Is, can you nuke something out of orbit? Like, if we were to launch a absolute... Like, if Russia and America decided, screw you, we're nuking the moon, one, that would be very, very bad. Because, that the moon's kind of responsible for tides and things, so I'd hate to see what the effect it would have on the entire Earth ecosystem. But would it be enough to, like, blow the moon right out of orbit? I don't know. I don't want to be around to find out. Let's just beam down.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Bye, Mr. Kyle. We're off to a missile base.
Captain, Mr. Scott wishes to speak with you.
Mr. Scott?
Aye, we've had some slight problems with the transporters.
Oh,
I
good.
didn't notice anything beaming down.
Just a glitch in the main transporter program. Mr. Kyle is loading a backup and we're performing tests. The transporters will be down for about an hour.
That will still give us plenty of time, Scotty.
I know. I have the lads in engineering doing a complete overhaul of the ship's systems.
Good, Mr. Scott. I'll keep you posted. Kirk out.
All right. Well, I guess if we're hanging around, I'm guessing this is Proxtray in the background here?
This is the planet Proxtray, currently 600,000 kilometers from this moon.
I wonder if we stand here long enough, it'll just kind of slowly slide into the foreground, you know, just kind of bigger and bigger and bigger. Anyway, what have we got in the background? Anything worth looking at?
These stones look like faces.
These stones resemble those on Earth, on Easter Island.
Stone monoliths of faces are a common artistic expression in evolving cultures.
Like the faces on Vandu, too. Even the animal face art of the Orion post-decadence movement is similar.
I never realized the Orions ever got past decadence. They hadn't the last time I was there.
That's interesting. I would not have thought, like... And now that they mention it, I can sort of see an outline of a face there. Yeah, okay. I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
There are many rocks here. There are many rocks here.
Okay. What else have we got?
There are many rocks here.
Like, can I grab some mini rocks?
You retrieve a rock.
All right. Now we've got a weapon. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last couple of episodes. I'm guessing this is the door into the missile base?
This looks like a heavy-duty security door built into the side of a hill on this moon.
All right. What does everyone think?
Aside from the security door on what should be a lifeless planetoid, this place is unremarkable.
Oh, I forgot to look to see where our red shirt was this time.
Area secure, Captain.
I'm losing track of the names of all the damn red shirts, but I guess now we got Mosher. I can't even remember the name of, Benny was the name of the guy from the second half of the last, mission. And I can't remember the guy from the first half. You get a different red shirt every time. It's like, it'd be nice if they'd sent the same... Well, no, that would cost a lot of money. I was thinking it'd be nice if they could keep sending the same red shirt. But by the time you get to this episode, which, I think this is, what, the 6th mission of the game? You'd need to have had 6 different voiceovers recorded, because you could presumably kill the red shirt on every mission.
The atmosphere is breathable, Jim, but hardly nourishing. We should either get inside or go back to the ship.
Well, we can't do the latter, so,
He doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood right now.
And Jim's back to sulking. Alright, let's go inside. I don't suppose we could knock on the door.
Captain, I'm afraid we got a wee problem here.
What is it, Scotty?
There is some sort of virus in the main computer. Our phasers and tractor beams have been disabled, and there's no way we're getting them back in 3 hours.
There goes our backup plan. Do what you can, Mr. Scott.
Aye, I will, Captain. I may yet have a trick or two that I can pull, but don't count on any miracles.
Isolate that virus. That's your #1 priority.
That it is, Captain. We'll keep you informed. Scott out.
But Mr. Scott, that's why you're employed, because you are a miracle worker. Damn it, Scotty. Alright, let's,
It looks like some sort of display panel.
Indeed. What's this light up here?
A lens sits above the doorway, but is it mere decoration?
Oh, definitely not. Somebody's watching us.
This is a keypad that looks functional.
Alright, Spock.
It never ceases to amaze you how passive Spock can be, even in the presence of extraordinary wonders.
Oh, I was still on look.
McCoy is examining himself for cosmic radiation sickness symptoms.
Oh, McCoy's a hypochondriac. It's because I keep hitting the wrong button. That's what I'm...
The origin point for the broadcast Uhura monitored was approximately 50 meters beyond this door.
We should stay inside as much as possible. We must try to protect ourselves from the cosmic radiation.
I think that's a thing. It mostly has to do with radiation from the sun.
This door is huge. If they were humanoid, they could have been giants.
From what we know about the Lucrs, they had an affinity for size. Their machines weren't just equipment. They were also monuments.
I can believe that.
Well, as long as their nuclear warheads aren't testament to the same, then, you know, there's all this concern as much ado about nothing. Alright, Mr. Spock. There we go. It's been a little while since I played the game, so it's trying to remember the controls again.
There is power running to the keypad. A working display panel, Captain.
Alright, Mr. Spock, can you break us in? Hello?
That did not seem to work, Captain. Perhaps we should try a number that had some significance to them. Remember, they were very superstitious.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to know what numbers they used? Like, honestly, Spock. Let's think this one through.
There is power running to the keypad.
Kirk the ship, can you tell me if there's anything, you know, like, that you can tell us about these Lucre fellas?
Your situation, Mr. Scott.
We're still looking for the virus, Captain. I even have Lieutenant Uhura looking through the computer system. I never realized the last was so good with them.
Check her record, Mr. Scott. She was in the top 10% of her class in computer systems analysis.
We'll find that virus soon, Captain, or I'm an Englishman.
Just do your best, Scotty. Kirk out.
Oh, that's something that Scotty would never really say. All right. He would never want to be an Englishman. Interestingly, though, it's one of those little things about Uhura being smart that they don't really play on in the TV series they mention here, and is a prominent part of the movie series, the reboot, the movie franchise. Okay, I think I've come to the conclusion that whatever I need is back on the ship's computer, so I think I've completely bollocksed this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload, and then we'll just go back to the ship and pretend none of this ever happened. Alright, that sounds good. Yay, let's do it. Alright, so these guys were the Lucrs.
Lucrs, one of the 2 ancient cultures of Proxtre, see Sofs. The Lucrs believed that a man who made the most of his ability was a god. Their individualism put themselves at odds with the communitarianism of the Sofs. The Lucrs used base 3. Their organization was based on units of 3, making up sets of 99. The number 99 was known to have religious importance to them.
Alright, so number 99, that's the entry code. But I also don't know anything about base 3, and just like, base 3 sounds like it's significant, because I mean, I have some vague idea of, like, I think they, like, glossed over this once in, like, a grade 6 world studies class or something like that when I was in elementary school. So, I just want to base 3.
Base 3. The mathematical basis for the Lucre culture. There are 3 numbers in base 3. 0, 1, and 2. Thus 3 in base 3 is 1, 0. 4 is 1, 1. 5 is 1, 2. 6 is 2, 0. 9 is 1, 0, 0. 17 is 1, 2, 2. And 99 is 1, 0, 2, 0, 0.
Okay, the fact they skipped to 9 being 1, 2, 2, and 99. Oops, that's not it. I'm trying to punch it into my phone very quickly. Being 1, 0, 2, 0, 0 seems of significance. But, I mean, I could be wrong. But it went 1... No, it also told me 17. Shoot, I gotta go back and play that again for 17. But, the fact that it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 9, 17, and 99, all seems very significant, because it wouldn't just jump unless it was trying to tell you something specific. So I'm gonna go listen to that again. You're gonna join me back on the planet. So sit tight. Alright, and we're back. Alright. So, I'm assuming the code is 99, which is 10... Oh, no, it doesn't want me using the number pad. Alright, fine. 0200. Open sesame. Ah! Suck it.
That worked. I see you deduced that 10200 in the Lucre's base 3 was equal to their sacred number 99.
Indeed I did, Mr. Spock. Ignore the fact that, time paradox Spock also told me that, but, shh, let's just keep going. Okay, I guess that voiceover isn't working. Report, Scotty. How are things going? About as badly as the kilt in the blast furnace, Captain. Wait a minute, Lieutenant Uhura has some news for you. The virus came from our sensor sweep of the moon's computers. We believe we have analyzed the memory sectors it attacked. Well done, Uhura. I wish I could take credit for it. It was Mr. Kyle who found the pattern. We are attacking it with antivirus programs. Computer science sounds more like medicine every day. If we had a doctor as good with computers as you are with patients, you'd be having a lot fewer problems. Finally, someone who appreciates me. Keep working at it, Uhura. Kirk out. I seem to have glitched out the voiceover in the game, and you really do not want me doing Star Trek voice acting of all voice acting. No, I seem to have glitched it out. Ah, son of a bitch. Hang on a second, I'm going to save and try it again.
A computer terminal. Each word in the Lucre language has 3 aspects: submissive, neutral, and aggressive, to supply connotation to their language.
And that means we've got the audio back working, so you don't have to worry about me doing my bad Bill Shatner, or my bad Jimmy Doohan, or my bad DeForest Kelly, or my bad Nichelle Nichols, or... I think those are the only ones we heard talk in that last exchange. So, I'm not going to go back. I can't go back and check it, but what's this?
A keypad in base 3.
Okay, I can work with that.
This looks like some kind of security lock with heavy-duty doors on both ends.
What do you think, Mr. Spock?
My tricorder is picking up large supplies of frozen oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide beneath the surface, enough to last many centuries.
At least we won't have to worry about suffocating.
Also, they were very unclean. I mean, look at the floor. I mean, they've dragged all the dust in and not bothered to clean up. What a very... Well, I guess, I mean... Klingons aren't people you would call, like, you know, cleanly people, so... Anyway... let's try Mr. Spock. Oh, Bones, anything?
This place does seem to provide protection against cosmic rays.
I don't see why they bothered putting an atmosphere here, Captain. There hasn't even been bacteria here in centuries, let alone humanoids.
That could be an oversight, Mr. Mosher. They could have been planning to hold out here during the war and then got blown off course. All but forgotten now to the myths and legends of the Lucrs and Sofs. Alright, Spock. Let's do a little breaking and entering. 102... Oops, right. 10200.
That did not work, Captain. It is probable this lock also uses a number of some significance.
Alright, let's try... 17122.
Fascinating. If the Federation language studies were correct, the ideograph for the word scythe in the Lucrs language is the 17th symbol in their alphabet that corresponds with 122 in base 3.
Oh, that's why they told us 17 in base 3. Ah. It's not a very good password, actually. If the Softs knew anything about the Lucrs, they could have...
We have a cure for the computer virus.
Well done, Uhura.
I modified Cthulhu-C to exclusively attack the Lucre virus. They annihilated each other, Captain.
Fascinating, Lieutenant.
The Klingons aren't going to be happy to learn that they helped us. How about the phasers and tractor beams?
We may get the tractor beams online in time, Captain. I'm afraid even the backup phaser transmission codes were affected. We could destroy some missiles manually, but if this complex decides to launch more than 10 missiles at a time...
Understood. The ball is in our court. We'll give it our best shot. Kirk out.
Right, so I was wondering why, if the... Yeah, so I was saying if the Softs knew anything about the Lucrs, it wouldn't take them very long to be able to break and enter. I know it's a video game, and we have to be able to break and enter into the damn place too, but it's just one of those things, it's kind of like... It'd be nice if it was a little bit more complicated than that, but...
This panel is designed to receive an ID card to make the door open. This door appears to be very solid.
I don't think we're going to get in anytime soon, then.
Please allow me to concentrate, Captain.
When I retire from Starfleet, I'm going to write one heck of an autobiography.
Fascinating, Doctor. I look forward to reading it.
Well, that way I can finally get someone to listen to me.
Oh, Bones. Alright, since we can't go in through there, let's go right. Always go right.
Can't say I like the decor.
The Lucrs did not leave behind many examples of their architecture.
I can see why.
Well, it's just kind of like... We got a big ray gun in the middle.
This is an ancient laser drill.
Close enough. If you do a right enough job of it. What else do we have? We have a box.
A closed box sits on the floor.
Ooh, can we open the box? Can we get Jim to open the box? Now can we grab what's in the box? What was in the box? The hell's that? Well, that means that's obviously. But what is it?
A length of wire with some sort of connector at each end.
Okay, that works.
Mr. Spock puzzles over the illogical design of some of these circuits.
God, I'd hate to see how long he spends looking at the circuits in the Enterprise.
These are display panels for the laser drill.
Oh, can we use the laser, can we use this?
Why don't you check out those laser drill controls?
Sure.
These are display panels for the laser drill.
Spock, why don't you check out...
mine shaft was drilled out of the lunar rock by a laser device similar to the one mounted in the ceiling.
Ah, there we go. I was trying to figure out...
Captain, the machine requests the proper coordinates before it may perform this operation.
Ah. Gimme.
You look but see nothing of note.
Okay.
These are display panels.
I get the feeling the drill is going to be important for something at some point. I just don't know what. Let's take a look at that doorway again then. Now,
This panel is designed to receive an ID card to make the door open.
okay.
This door appears...
So Spock, can you scan the door?
This door is made from remarkably dense alloys. Even our most powerful phaser rifle or welder would not be able to penetrate it.
The thing must be almost as tough as a starship hull.
Indeed, Ensign, and considerably thinner. A remarkable achievement in metallurgical engineering.
Should we take the door back to Mr. Scott and see if he can't reverse engineer that for maybe the next Enterprise? Perhaps we could call it the Enterprise A? I'm not just saying that because like half the cast is Canadian.
Nothing to report.
No, sorry.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Spock, can you do something with this?
My fingers are too large to fit into the slot.
Can we beam down Uhura? She must have smaller fingers than you.
This panel has a slot in it rather than a keypad. The slot bears traces of triphosphorate silver, and power is currently running to it. I am recording the pattern of this lock into my tricorder. Captain, with the 3K AG content of the surface rocks and the tricorder scan of the pattern inside the lock, I believe the laser drill can be used to fashion the ID card needed to open this door.
Well, fortunately I stole a rock from the surface, so, huzzah! Let's go, let's do this. Mr. Spock? Can you, like, I don't know, do that?
And the machine requests the proper coordinates before...
Okay, let me... Can we use this rock with this drill?
Nothing happens.
Okay, so it's shooting to there, right? So let's put it there. Okay.
I used the keycard pattern scanned from the lock to program the drill. It should now be able to make a template of the keycard in the rock.
Alright, so let us... Oops, that's the wrong thing. So, Mr. Spock, would you kindly make a pattern, I guess? Fascinating. Alright, so we want to use the rocks in this slot here. And then we gotta melt that. So, Spock. Yeah, let's do the middle setting. Why not? Oh no, it just melted perfectly. I looked at running off and I was like, oh, you overdid it. Should have put it on the first setting. Huzzah, we have a fraudulent keycard. It's amazing what you can do when you can... I was going to say you can outsmart old tech, but really it's got better metal panels than we have on the Enterprise. It's, they've got arsenal that can wipe out the entire planet, from the sounds of it. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2.
This appears to be the brain of Scythe. There are 2 identical but isolated computers that communicate with a third, which controls the launch of missiles.
Okay. Well, these are the missiles, obviously.
Missiles of death and destruction. The Lucre believed that you could never have enough of them.
No political commentary. No political commentary. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's easy to do, but I'm not gonna do it.
This computer controls the launch of missiles. It is directly controlled by the other computers. This computer controls the launch of missiles. It is directly controlled by the other computers.
Okay, I was going to say, controls the launch of the missiles, but it's controlled by the other computers. It's going to say, it took me a minute to wrap my head around that.
This door is marked with a radiation hazard symbol.
Okay.
This computer is marked with the last letter of the Lucr alphabet. This computer is marked with the first letter of the Lucr alphabet.
So, oh wait, I see the, hang on, let me change to walk for a second. So this cable runs from here to here, and this cable runs from here to here. So they go into here, but they aren't connected themselves. Okay. So Spock, what can you tell me about, well, everything really?
A crude uranium-235 nuclear device with lithium-beryllium shells to increase heavy particle fallout.
Oh, pleasant.
This computer is functional and performing an average 0.75 million operations per second. This computer directly controls the missile launch system. There is no way to interface with it directly, but the other two computers are accessible.
I was wondering when it said, you know, this controls, like, the launch of the missiles, but it's controlled by the other two computers. There's no interface, it just happens to interface through these two. It's interesting.
This computer is functional and performing an average 1.2 million operations per second.
So why is this computer running like a third slower than this one? Okay. Spock, talk to me. What's the computer doing?
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.31 hours adjusted.
And what about this one? Oh wait, shit! It said it was going to launch in an hour and it's an hour and 18 minutes. Oh shit! It's 78 minutes.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Alpha Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 3.21 hours adjusted.
Captain, something is wrong with the computers. They may be twins, but they are not identical.
It appears they are out of sync, Captain. I have to assume the Alpha unit has a virus, which is using up an incredible amount of computing time.
They report different optimum launch times, which is right.
Given the elliptical orbit and the range at which they will pass Proxtree, the Omega unit is correct, but the window is very narrow. A variation of minutes will mean the missiles run out of fuel and fall harmlessly into the sun.
Can you reprogram the Lucrs computer to give us that time, Mr. Spock?
Reprogramming an old alien computer is not simple, Captain. The odds against success are 10,221 to 1 against.
Too bad all Omega here couldn't just take a sick day and miss the firing.
Because the two machines are isolated, the virus did not spread from one to the other.
If we could only bridge them.
Well, Mr. Spock, I think you might want to update your odds for base 3 because... Actually, I have no idea what that is in base 3. I mean, all the numbers below 3, so I know it could be in base 3, but wouldn't it be like... Yeah, I don't even want to begin to try and figure out what that is in base 3. All right, yeah, no, I can bridge the two computers together. You know why? You know why? Because I picked up this wire shit. Oh, wait. We're going to... Even though Spock was standing at the one computer, we're still going to...
The connector snaps into place.
Do that. Was it success? That's good music.
These warheads are not a very efficient delivery system, Captain.
Who needs efficiency when the end of the world is everywhere around here?
Curb your emotions, Doctor. They serve no constructive purpose here.
There's nothing constructive about this place, Spock. It's an obscenity.
No intruders, Captain. I think everyone died a long, long time ago. I wonder what caused it.
For people with emotions, Ensign, there are many things that can cause hatreds. And each new hatred breeds more hatred and makes the path of peace harder to find.
It's easy to say when you're not involved personally, Mr. Spock. But when people have treated you like a second-class being because you were different, hate can become the only thing they can't take away from you. That is what started most of the firestorms of history.
Well, gentlemen, here's one fire we can put out. Let's go to work.
Oh, well, I think we've already done it. All right, Spock.
Welcome to Side Operations Center, Omega Unit. Estimated time to optimal launch range is 1.54 hours adjusted.
The launch launched missiles will run out of fuel before they reach Proxtree. They will drift into the sun and burn up.
All because we found an extra half hour thanks to some wiring.
Kirk to Enterprise, how are the transporters, Scotty?
They're operational again, Captain. We're ready to bring you back at any time.
Bring us home.
And there you go, a successful mission. How about that? Hi, Mr. Kyle. We saved a race that didn't know it.
Message from Starfleet.
Oh, good.
We have read your report on the problems at Proxima 3 and evaluate your performance at 85%. You and your crew received 2 commendation points. Well done, Captain. Keep up the good work.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink itself.
Vulcans, too. Both, in the end, looked into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion.
Logic? Humans? I'm dreaming, Jim.
Sometimes it is harder and braver to make peace rather than war.
Sounds like emotion had its part to play in a positive sense, too.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to bid an emotional goodbye to Alpha Proxima myself.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Sulu.
It's glitched out again. The wrong labeling. You know, I still don't understand the scoring system for this game. I don't understand how that was 85%. But we still are getting close to the 100% we started the game with, and I don't think we're going to do that in the next mission. The next episode starts the next mission, which is the final mission of the game. Yes, we have finally reached the end, or almost reached the end, of Star Trek 25th Anniversary. But that's not until the next time on Star Trek 25th Anniversary. Until then, thank you very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new, or if you want to see more Star Trek. Share on social media, follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on Air, and that's on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and live long and prosper.